Writer, author, badass, and now podcaster. Who is it?
It's LSH.
Welcome to Talking Shit with LSH, a unique female perspective on sex, love, motherhood, relationships, careers, and the real shit women say and think about societal norms. Unleashed. It's not what you do, it's who you are. Who is it?
It's LSH.
Talking Shit.
All right. So we're going to go around, and if you could just tell me your name so at least I can get familiar with your names. I am LSH, your host, and I'll host you through some interesting, controversial topics.
I'm Dee Dee.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi. I'm Jerby.
Hi, Jerby. Welcome.
Gigi.
Gigi. Yes. Oh, thank you.
Ginger.
We got the G's going.
And then Peaches.
Welcome. Peaches is going to be our side chick. Usually when I do this, I have a side chick baddie. And they usually have, they're vocal and they really got some shit to talk about.
Okay. So she'd be really free.
You're going to feel okay. So. All right, so I hear you guys talk a little bit about your panty, the type of panty you would be if you could be any panty. So I'm just curious as to what type, whoever wants to volunteer, what type of panty you would be if you could be any kind of panty, and why. I want to know why.
I'd be a thong.
Why?
I'd be a thong because I'm a little bit sexy.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit?
Well, I'm undercover sassy. I'm undercover sassy. I'm undercover freaky.
Oh,
but
like that.
Outwardly, I'm covered, I'm reserved, I'm quiet. So yeah, I'd be a thong.
You'd be a thong. I like that. You get all between that. I like that. I like that description for why. Joby, what about you?
Oh, you said any. If I could be any panty. It's so funny because I don't think about underwear. You know,
You don't think about
I
underwear.
just don't think about it. You know, you just grab it, put it on, whatever works for you. So if I had to be any, I guess I'll stick with my support. You know,
You stick with
I
support.
do. I enjoy being the role that I am, being supportive and being there and being, holding you up and.
So would you say you're a granny panty?
I can be granny panty, and I will admit to it.
You like
But
that?
just not just too big and too no.
It's not flopping,
No,
but it's
no,
keeping
no.
it's
Yeah,
supportive.
yes,
So you
yes.
think you play that supportive
I
role
am.
in your life with
I
your
am.
family?
Yeah, with my
friends?
family.
Yeah.
I am that woman.
You're that woman. I mean, that's the whole question. Eventually I'm going to get to, does your panty match your personality? But yeah, I just want to know.
Yeah, I do think that I see. I'm not granny panty all the time, but describing my personality, I would say that I am that person.
You're that person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to hold on and we're going to ask Gigi. So I got some pictures. So we got granny panty here. We've already established the thong here. These are some visuals we have. Boy shorts. That's another option. This is a sexy one.
Yeah,
Right?
I was gonna say that.
This is a boy shirt.
Yeah, that's
the G string. This used to be a popular panty. What the hell happened? I think it became that shoestring in your ass crack.
That's exactly what
And it
happened.
just kind of, we don't like it
But it
anymore.
doesn't shift well with weight.
Right there,
And you wonder where it's at in the patch.
and you don't want to know that you have it on. You know?
Right,
So you're like going, wait a minute now.
Right, I know that
There's
I'm
nothing
wearing
sexy
this.
about trying to find out where the string went.
No, I don't think so. And bikinis, this is a popular, it's sexy, right? It looks good on, right? It looks good on. So those are a couple of our visuals. Come on, Gigi, tell us what.
Well, I had said bikini and boy cut. Those are the two. And the bikini because, and I guess if you, in terms of comfort, I just wear bikini all the time. It's just comfortable. I think it can be sexy, have some cute colors. So I like to be comfortable and sexy. I know that's a part of my personality. And then the boy cut, I don't know, it's something kind of weird about it, but I think those are really sexy. There's something about just a little bit of your butt showing.
A little bit of the ass
just,
cheek
just
showing.
a little cheek.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of the cheek, and it's a little
like
curve there.
peekaboo.
Right, it's like a peekaboo.
Yeah.
But, it still kind of shows your shape, so it shows the outline, the contour. And I know my husband's like, I love the boy cut on you. But I do too. I'm like, I feel It feels cute.
It's
So,
the structure of it, and I don't really
Yeah.
care what kind of ass you have.
Right.
The
You
boys,
always look
yeah,
good.
that you always. It doesn't matter how wide, how thin,
Right.
flat ass. I'm telling you.
Because it shows that little bump, and so that just to see a little bit of your ass there is like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's a
There's
turn
something
on.
about it.
Trying to see my ass, your ass, boy cut, bikini, booty, whatever.
Yeah. What about you, Ginger? Okay, tell us, Panty, if you could be any
I thought
kind
I
of
was
panty.
seamless. No, I certainly am. I like seamless bras. I like to feel very comfortable and sexy. So anything doesn't have a lot of restrictions, bands and wires and things like that. So definitely has to be a cute cut, seamless, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's got to be something that I can slip on and feel like, yeah, this is it.
Uh-huh.
Right. In all my clothes.
In all of them.
And no matter what, and when I'm coming out of them.
What about at home when you're not wearing
There's
any?
nothing happening at home.
Nothing.
Zero.
She's like
Ain't gonna happen.
pantyless.
Everything pantyless. Yeah, I don't need nothing. Free as the wind.
She's yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the only restriction for only thing the only thing that matters when you're that way is you got to make sure everything is shaved up right. As you said in that movie, your situation got to be right. When you pass the mirror, you want your situation to be the situation.
It's got to be right. Even if it's not for him, it's got to be right for me.
Absolutely.
Right.
If
I
it don't
love
fit
that.
you can't get it from him right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
it. It's all got to happen.
But you know that there are women who feel like everything has to be about him. We'll talk about that, maybe get into that a little later. But you know, I like the fact that we are all figuring that this has to be right for me. Yeah. I got to feel comfortable. It's got to be right for me. Yeah, that's some good shit. All right, Peaches, let's see. What would you be? What kind of panty would you be?
Well, I just shared actually earlier that I've liberated myself.
Ah!
The pantyless girl. I still do both. Today I have on my thumb, so I'm a thumb girl today. Because Kenya asked, she says, "What about in dresses?" And stuff? I says, "No, in dresses, I don't know. I mean, that's a little bit too free, I know. But it probably is the most liberated you can feel without it. But I mean, with the dress on and no panties. But my God, like I just felt like."
Some people say that's easy access. I mean, no restrictions.
I haven't graduated to that point just yet. But just the liberation of no panties at times, it feels wonderful.
Isn't it?
Like
It's
I
a great
love it.
feeling.
Oh, it's wonderful just to throw on your pants or whatever you're wearing.
It's got to be a really big potty saver. You go right there and just don't have to worry about
just pull them down and go.
Do you wear denim? Because I'm thinking of the comfort and like
no denim with them.
you don't.
You get used to it. I'm a no
Okay.
panty wearer.
Okay.
And you get used to it. It's free and it's easy.
Gotcha.
It's it just starts to work for you.
Yes.
And when you graduate to the no panties with the dress.
Okay. Oh, that's really big, huh?
Yeah, that's like your hidden secret.
Yeah.
Look,
Nobody knows,
exactly.
right?
I'm taking baby steps. Still.
Yeah, okay, baby
Yeah.
I remember the first time one of my girlfriends told me that she was getting ready to go on a date, and when she came down to see how she came and stopped at my spot to let me see what she looked like. So she was looking really cute, all white, short, flirty white cotton skirt that kind of fanned out, beautiful legs, everything, body wonderful, right? This is my girlfriend. So she's like, I'm getting ready to go see him. I'm like, yeah. She says, I ain't wearing no panties. And as she walked away, all I could think about was, I hope the wind doesn't. And I kept like, I'm very visual with everything, so I'm thinking about what the hell does that look like?
Right.
What is she really gonna do?
Right.
If
If she sits down, is she gonna be bare booty on the seat?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You work
Again.
with it, Ginger. I went to an event and I didn't have any on, and I had it was a windy day, but I had a skirt on, and it was blowing. But I'm holding it.
Yeah.
But I'm on this rooftop. And I'm trying to take pictures.
Oh God!
So it's blowing, and I'm running. So it's blowing, and I'm running, trying to take cover. So you can't see all of my shit.
Right.
But I still think it's a great feeling. It's a mental thing. It's a psychological thing. Mm-hmm. It really speaks to the freedom and the liberation.
And a lot of women around the world don't even wear pants.
Absolutely not. I mean, I think
women.
American, we're just
Uptight.
we're held bound by these societal standards, which is what I love about how we're having these discussions, because it really is about unleashing. All right, so we started. Jerby mentioned something about her personality that matched her panty, and the supportive role she plays in her family. Who else wants to? And I'm not going to go around, but who else wants to just jump in? based on the panty you selected, based on the type, do you feel like it matches your personality? Would you say, Peaches, that no panty wear, you really are, your personality is more free or liberated?
Absolutely.
Or you're growing into that?
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
I can definitely attest to that match of my personality because I'm in a place in my life now where I am just stepping out on faith and just kind of living out loud more, you know, in a way that I've never done before.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would have to say it's indicative of my personality and where I'm at in my life, you know, just being liberated.
Which is
very
awesome.
much so. Yeah,
That's
most
really good.
definitely.
And that's really what the trajectory we want. We want to move towards some of the things that we really want in life. A lot of times it's not about self. Somebody else puts all of these restrictions on us. We talked about other countries. And so when you can identify and really see that for yourself,
Yes.
that's really good. Anybody else? Does your panty match your personality?
My panty does, yes. My panty does.
Yes.
Because comfort is. I mean, I think that I'm a pretty laid back person, and I'm definitely kind of a middle of the road. I don't get too high, I don't get too low on things, and I think that a bikini is kind of that. But I know that I don't know. It's kind of just middle of the road. But like with the boy cut, and I think growing older and getting more mature. The sexiness, I mean, that's a huge, how can you find sexy without it saying sexy? How do you, where is that?
Without all your shit being out.
Right,
like, everything
exactly.
is just right. Because that's when you're
Exactly.
young and you feel like sexy has to be
Exactly.
exposing everything, right?
Right.
So,
and it does, I mean, actually, I think, that's what's been so, I think, liberating for me in my 40s is sexy comes very different now. And it's just these touches. It can be just a hairstyle that all of a sudden, boom, makes it sexy. Or just, change up the makeup this and it makes it sexy. Or just the way a shoe that makes me now 6 feet instead of, my regular 5'8" or whatever. I mean, those, so
do you
I
find
think,
words help with the sexiness too? Are you adopting different types of words? I know I just threw that in as a writer, but I mean, because you touched upon something like, as we mature in age, do you find that there are different types of sexiness that you're applying? So it would be your shoes, your hair, your clothing, your undergarment, if you wear any. Maybe the words. Are you using different types of words that apply to sexiness?
Oh yeah, I mean, in describing sexiness,
Or the tone, or your level.
I don't know if I thought about it, but
Now, I wouldn't say words so much for me, but more so looks and just just the presence that you give a situation. You don't always have to say something.
Right.
So silence can be
Silence can be
Subtlety.
sexy.
the subtlety.
subtlety.
Yeah.
Subtlety is sexy. It's very sensuous. So that's why I like seamless, because it's actually Fisha and my daughter and I discussed my new bra, and I found a beautiful flaming pink seamless bra, all lace, no underwires or
color does a
anything.
lot.
Color
And,
adds sexiness. Color
And
adds
because I
sexiness.
don't like to wear bras or panties, so when I have something, it has to make me feel like I'm like clad right. And it is a word. It's about the subtlety, and it's the ability to just be free to kind of like feel myself completely. I definitely feel myself from my underwear up.
I like that.
If
It
I
starts
have
there.
it does
It
for me,
starts
because
there.
I spend a lot of time in the morning before I put on a dress or a slack or something. I'm spending a lot of time making sure all these pieces are right. So that little piece, important. I like onesies. I like the whole teddy thing still.
The bodies, the bodies,
You know
the
it.
bodies, the one piece body
I like.
suit.
I like to feel like if I jump out of it, it's like, hey,
Look at your dress. You got some hot stuff.
go ahead now.
She checking for her own self in there.
I feel like if I can't turn me on, I'm definitely not turning you on.
Yeah, right.
Well, my thing got to be right. Yeah,
that
'cause
confidence.
Yeah, when I was younger, we talk about panties. When I was younger, it was definitely the G-string, the bikini, the thong, the French cut, anything that was about push up, show it out. The whole prance and dance pony show, and it was for them, for the guy, right?
Yes.
But as I got older, it was for me.
Yeah. Now
And
it's
so
for
for
us.
me, it was like when my hair hit my neck a certain way, or if I cut it a certain
Yeah.
way.
See, Gigi talked about that.
Everything was about how I felt, and I dig that. You know, when I brush my teeth, it's for me. I'm like, ooh, girl.
She all in it.
That's right.
Which I love. If we can get to that level,